growing controversy in our society today is whether or not the death penalty is a justifiable punishment. Erick Fogelberg, a student at Newton North, gets involved with this issue.
I do not like the death penalty because I think killing is wrong, and if someone murders someone, why kill them for killing someone else? But mainly, I just came across it and I realized, this is a real problem. The National Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty, basically they just try to do whatever they can to get rid of it. I think they're doing a pretty good job too. They just, they think it's wrong. They don't think you should kill anybody no matter what, and they just are fighting for it. I was looking online because I was just browsing the web, and then I came across it, and I was like, this looks like a good organization. I'm against the death penalty. Also, my dad told me about it. So I just decided, I have some money. Why not just help him out a little bit? And that's when I donated $100, and I became a member.
To get more knowledge on this controversy, I talked to Mr. Fitzgerald, the teacher of the Ethics in the Modern World elective at Newton North.
We look at some of the classic philosophers, people all the way from Aristotle to Kant to some 20th century philosophers. We try and understand the different theories. Life has inherent value. Is it actually possible to deter people from committing a crime by using the death penalty? It's a big question, and like lots of these big questions, I find myself, being of different minds in different places and times. I could imagine circumstances in which people would say that's a justifiable taking of life. In a country like the United States today, I think that there's absolutely no justification for the death penalty at all. We are a strong and stable society. We are not under threat in any substantial way. I don't think it actually serves any function in our society, and I think the way it's applied is fundamentally flawed.
Cases with the death penalty can even happen right here in your own neighborhood. 2 years ago, a man placed a bomb on the finish line of the Boston Marathon, right here in Massachusetts. 2 years later, he was sentenced to death.
I don't think the Boston bomber should have been given the death penalty because I just don't support it. And I know that what he did was awful and he should definitely have a really harsh punishment, but getting killed isn't something that, just killing him is not a good punishment. Honestly, I think he would have a way worse time sitting in jail for the rest of his life than getting killed. So I just think it's just better if he went to jail instead. And there was also this guy, his family died because their house burned down with his family in it, and he got the death penalty because they said he did it, but there was actually a screw up in the forensics unit, and they actually didn't do anything about it. They just ignored it, so he got the death penalty and he was innocent. The fight against it is actually going pretty well, so it could be maybe soon abolished.
My sense is that like lots of other such issues, at some point it will be abolished. I'm very much in favor of a knowledgeable, engaged student citizens, and I think questions of life and death, war, the death penalty, these are all huge questions that I think that students should be discussing. I think they're really interesting questions, but I also think that they have real implications for our society, in the society that people who are students now are going to inherit.
This is Aidan Leary for NNTV signing off.